Welcome back to Joe's Motoventure. I want to take the chance today just to talk about my favorite phone mount system for not just my bike, but also my wife's two bikes. So we both use a brand called SP Connect, and we're in no way sponsored by this company. We just really like it. She's run it on 4 of her bikes. I've run it on 3 of mine, and we've had really good success with it. So I'll show you. I've got her phone here. So she has the little thumb hole thing, whatever you call it, for when she's reading on her phone. But it just 90-degree quick connects on there, real easy. They make cases for Samsung and iPhone, and they may make it for other brands as well, but pretty much any Samsung or iPhone that you can find, they make a case for it, which is nice. If you don't have a phone that they make a case for, they do make an adhesive back. My wife had that on her old LG phone for quite a while, and it worked well as well. So we actually have 3 different mounts from them for bikes. So on the wife's R7 here, she has the stem mount for sport bikes. So it goes down inside the stem on sport bikes and has an expansion nut that will clamp the inside of that tube and hold it nice and tight. And then when she puts her phone on and turns it 90 degrees, she can use GPS or whatever on that. She can still see her dash just fine. She can still get to the keyhole. It's a little close, but it works. So this one, you can tilt it up and down with this screw here, and it'll kind of angle back and forth. And then you can rotate this piece. So I also set up on the R7, you can see there's a couple cables up here. She has 2 USB-C cables up here, one for her phone, and then one also if she has the Insta360 on here. But what we did to make that work is I installed a battery tender plug on here. The Drag Specialties tenders all come with alligator clips and like a permanent tender that you can hook straight to the battery. So it's unplugged right now because we had it plugged into the tender, but we can just plug this in, and this goes to a USB block in here that both of those cables are hooked to. And the only downside of that is when she parks it for a long period of time, overnight or whatever, you do have to pull the seat and unplug it because this block will drain the battery. But it works for her. The seat's real easy to take off. It's just you put your key in the front of it, turn it, and the rear seat pops off. And on the Road Glide, I actually have a riser clamp mount. So that would actually normally go down here. But I found on the Harley Baggers, at least, it fits really nice here. I just had to buy a longer stainless screw at the local hardware store to work there. And this one, you can obviously rotate it any way you want. It's never come loose on me. It's only one single point of contact, but once you clamp these down, they're really locked in there well. So I've never had a problem with that rotating on me. And then you can loosen this up and rotate it in and out that way. And then again, you can loosen that and you can turn this. This has like teeth inside that you can almost get like 1 degree increments out of it. So with the Road Glide, I have the factory USB plug in here. I've got a cable that's way too long for what I need here. But these come with a USB-C port in them. So I can just tuck most of this cable inside of the box and plug into the bottom of the phone up here so I can charge my phone while I'm riding. They do sell a like rubber isolator that can go in here to help with vibration. I've never noticed a problem with it. I don't think my wife has either. My Suzuki was, obviously it's a metric cruiser, so it ran really smooth. My Street Glide was a twin cam, so it definitely had more vibration than this Road Glide with the Milwaukee 8. But it was never an issue for me. And I had polyurethane riser bushings that take a lot of the flex out of the bars. And so never had an issue with vibration. And then obviously my wife has a Sportster 1200, which will rattle your teeth off, but she's also never had an issue with it. So we haven't seen a need for the rubber isolator, but they do sell it as an option if you feel it's necessary. So on the Sportster, she has the bar clamp system. Got a couple hair ties here in the way, but it just clamps onto the bars. It's real simple. It'll work on a bunch of different size bars. You can obviously adjust your tilt left and right with that screw. It doesn't have the angled in and out adjustment, but obviously you could just rotate it around the bars to change that angle. And then it has the same adjustment up here. And this one's kind of close to her gauge here and kind of rubs down there, but it does work. She has a rather large phone. She didn't want to bring it any higher up the bars. So that works really well for her. Just like with the Suzuki, she can use her GPS if she needs it. And we've got a little like USB plug here with a little short cable that she can plug in when she needs to. So obviously there's a whole bunch of brands out there for phone mounts. I'm not a big fan of the ones that kind of clamp onto your phone. Not that they don't work. It's just a little peace of mind that the phone is locked onto the bike with this style. So this is kind of similar to quad lock system. You've probably seen those. I've seen them advertised all over the place. I don't have any problems with quad lock. I've just never tried them. I've tried these. I like that the bracketry on this is all aluminum and it's got all stainless hardware. So I don't have to worry about UV issues, breaking down plastic over time. The only plastic in these is there's a little plastic piece inside where this thing spins around. And then obviously your phone case is going to be plastic. This is my preferred mount. I've had this on 3 different bikes, close to 40,000 miles of riding with the phone mount. And my phone is almost always on there, unless it's raining pretty much. And I like another nice thing about these is if I'm riding and it starts raining, I can pull this off. I can pull my phone off real easy, drop it in my glove box, and not have to, pull over and deal with all that. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.